What is your name?
My name is Sarah Jacob.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
And what is your nationality?
I'm Indian.
And how closely do you identify with and affiliate with your culture?
I'm very closely identified with my culture.
And do you speak any languages besides English?
Yes, it's called Malayalam, which is one of the languages spoken in India, and it's a language that's spoken in a state called Kerala, which is in the southern part of India, and most all of those Indians that live in Kerala speak Malayalam.
So if I was to go to India, how would I greet someone?
You would, in Kerala, you would greet them as Namaste.
So bow?
Not just
Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah.
So what does Namaste mean?
Namaste means like greetings.
Greetings?
Yeah.
What are some practices or traditions do you still practice from the Indian culture, and what are some that you don't practice?
Okay. Well, since a lot of Indians, they came to America to start better lives here and stuff, so our culture's mixed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Indians in India, they do their thing, and then we do a kind of have a mixed culture. But we still, as Indians in America, we practice like our dances, and like every state in India speaks a different language or have many different languages, and there's over 26 languages in India, so not everyone speaks the same language.
Mm-hmm.
And but the universal language is Hindi. So if you've heard of Bollywood is like the movie industry there, and that is like the universal industry that ties every single Indian together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I practice dances, and like our dance, particularly from the state of Kerala, is called Bharatanatyam, which is known to give women curves, and people, like young girls, they start dancing this type of dance, and like since they're like really really little, like you go to classes, and it's like a dance that's mainly to the gods of Hinduism, but every religion, no matter what religion you are, you probably will learn the dance because
it's a part
of the culture. Mm-hmm.
Sounds fun.
It is.
And when did your family come to the United States?
My mom, her aunt came here first, and she brought the rest of my mom's 5 sisters.
Wow.
And they were like going to school here. Like the youngest ones came here like at the age 16 or 15, so they kind of know the American culture
pretty well.
Yeah,
they grew up in it.
Mm-hmm. And so like my mom was like 21, but they all came here, and then like my mom's dad and mom were back in India still, and so they all found like husbands for all the sisters except one of them. Mm-hmm. One of them had a love marriage, and they're happy together or whatever, but the rest of them they had arranged marriages, and it caused a lot of difficulties.
So were your parents arranged marriages also?
Yes.
As well?
Mm-hmm.
And they're still married?
Yeah.
How long have they been married?
Over 20 years.
Okay, mm-hmm. So it ended up working out.
I mean, in our culture, we're just taught to like, you learn to love. Mm-hmm. It's not, maybe you weren't, my parents they've never fell in love or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And it's like over the years you just grow to love each other, because it's like, okay, if you're living with someone for so long, you're just gonna have to grow to love them. Mm-hmm. At one point, and so it's just like they coexist, and in most Indian families it's like a coexistence, but some of them do learn to love, and they show and reciprocate love back and stuff, like, so it's different for each family. Mm-hmm. But it's an arranged marriage is an arranged marriage, and you don't really know the person you're marrying. It comes as a surprise to you. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it could be the worst thing in the world. And a lot of Indians don't practice divorce, but it's a lot more common now. Mm-hmm. So people usually stay in those bad families, and just
for traditional reasons.
Mm-hmm. For tradition.
Okay. And do you visit India?
Yeah, I've visited like a couple of times, actually, like 3 or 4 times when I was younger, but I haven't been in the past 6 years.
Mm-hmm. So what do you remember most about India?
It's very fun for me. I loved it. It's like, I mean, if you're an adventurous person, you would love it, mm-hmm. Because it's very like, oh, you're like climbing up mountains. You can mountain climb, but I didn't. But like we would drive up a mountain, we would see elephants, monkeys, tigers, all different types of things. Like
tigers,
I haven't seen a real tiger, but I saw a female lion. I have a slight memory of that.
And how is India different from the United States? I mean, I know you said the elephant, so that's one big difference.
Oh, well, India, it's like, it's more free. Like, I know America is the land of the free, but it's like, when I went there, I was like, okay, I'm more like, I could do whatever the hell I want, you know? Yes, there's traffic, like violations and laws like that, but it's like India is a totally different place when it comes to like, it's not like America where you have all these like sturdy roads and like clean cut places where, oh, we have lights and stuff. Like certain places in India, you don't have like stoplights, you don't have none of that. It's like a one-way road. Like you have to watch out. You like people are, if you're coming down a mountain, yeah.
Okay. And what is one thing that you're allowed to do in the United States that you might not be allowed to do in India?
Big thing. Since India is a Hindu-based religion area, a country, a lot of the politicians and a lot of the leaders over there are Hindus or Muslims, or mainly Hindus, and they don't like Christians. So being a Christian in India is very risky. Like, I've heard of places where the government heads would come down and burn down churches. So, like, a lot of Indians come to America to even, like, have the liberty of practicing Christianity.
And what types of prejudice or stereotypes do you face in the United States?
Well, I get called Arab a lot, and, you know, they tie it back to 9/11, and, you know, they call us, like, gas station owners, like, you know, the Bart Simpson, the guy that owned the gas station, come again. I mean, I think it's funny, but people do get offended by it, but I think it's just funny. But,
do you have one specific example where it's like somebody stereotyped you or was prejudiced against you?
Yeah. Like in the beginning, whenever 9/11 first happened and stuff like that, you know, they would definitely look us down. My whole family, I remember, like, they would be like, oh, we need to check y'all, like, or even just like extra. And I was just at that time I was young and I was very angry. Like, I was like, you know, this is not fair, you know, and I didn't like how the people at the airport treated us, because they thought we would have like bombs, you know, and like stuff like that. And it was just like they treated us pretty badly. But now, you know, as years passed by, like, that's not really a problem anymore.
It's not a problem flying, but it was.
Yeah, but it was in the very beginning when that first happened.
Okay. Thank you for letting me interview you.
No problem.
And is there anything else you want to add or tell me about your culture?
I think you should definitely visit one day and go see the Taj Mahal, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's very beautiful.
Have you visited the Taj Mahal?
I have, and it's a monument of love. It's like a big monument of love. Like the emperor or the king over there, his name was Shah Jahan, and he made that monument for his favorite wife. He was Muslim, so he had a couple of wives, but that was his, like, the love of his life. Like, he loved that wife with all his heart, and he built it as a burial for her when she died.
Oh,
so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that her body could be buried in there. And it was said that he was also going to make a black Taj Mahal facing it for his tomb, but that never ended up happening because his son took over and created some kind of controversy over that, so that never ended up happening. But they're both buried. When I went, like, we took pictures and stuff, and we had to, since it's such a holy place and it's like sanctified for them, we have to wear like stuff on our feet so that we're not like destroying anything. And it's like all marble, very beautiful. And there's a place called Red Fort, all these little different places. And the capital of India is New Delhi, and Taj Mahal is not located in New Delhi. It's located in Agra, India. It's a good sight to see. It's very beautiful.
It looks beautiful from the pictures, so I can only imagine how it looks
in person.
It's amazing.
It's really amazing.